visited www.waptvchannel.com today? WapTVchannel.com gives you access to fresh episodes of Super Story and Papa Ajasco and Company Reloaded, hilarious comedy skits, TV guide on when to catch your favorite programs, as well as exclusive information on auditions and job interview dates. www.waptvchannel.com, your number one trusted site for entertainment, excitement, and loads more.
A life of strife and sorrows.
Hello, ma.
Sorry. Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I have this for you.
What is this?
It's the EP. He said I should give this to you.
EP. The executive producer.
Yes, ma.
The wait, does the executive producer is the one that hired the director, right?
Yes, ma.
He's the one.
Yes.
Thank you. You can go.
Yes. I'm the executive producer. You don't look beautiful up close.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I like that smile. Yeah. Oh, pardon my manners. I am Tiv-Jukun by name. My friend called me Izu.
My name is Monica.
I know your name.
You do.
Yeah, I do. I like that smile on your face.
Thank you. Stop.
Yeah, I would want to know you more, if you would permit me.
Producer Izu.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, how can a humble actress like me say no to that? Of course, I permit you.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yes. I mean, if you want to know anything, just ask me. My friends tell me I'm an open book.
Wow, that's interesting. You know, one good thing about you, the smile, and you're very friendly.
Well, you humble me with your words.
Right.
I'm not like them. But since you're my friend, you can see for yourself the kind of person that I am.
I like that word, friend.
Friend.
Yeah,
What? Oh,
it's a pleasure.
okay.
We're friends.
Friends. Yes. I like that.
I like your beautiful smile. You know, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Are you married?
No, why?
You know, I was wondering, a beautiful girl like you, a popular actress, you have fame already, but yet you're humble. I also wanted to be sure that I'm not in any competition with anybody.
Anyways, I am single, available to mingle, so.
That's good.
You seem like a good guy. And I admire your kind of person. You know, your words, obviously, blowing me off my feet. Right. I noticed you were watching me yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching your performance with a guy. You were good. Yeah. Your performance was excellent. You're a very good actress.
Thank you.
I was impressed with the work they are doing for me.
Anyways, we can, I'm not working until much later in the day, so we can go somewhere more quiet, less, busy, somewhere more intimate, so that we
Yeah,
can
sure. I have a perfect place.
You do?
Yeah.
Right.
I can get you lunch, all based on me.
Views on you. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. It's our pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything I can help you with?
Yes. It's so funny.
All right. Ben, I just want to take her out for a quick lunch. I will come in back.
When we come back, we'll shoot all my scenes, okay? Let's have lunch.
Of course. All right. Stay with you guys. We're coming back.
Are you or are you not cheating on me with that producer?
Are you? What kind of... Well, you want me to answer that kind of silly question?
Everybody's talking about it. So why did you just tell me to my face?
Wow. Everybody's talking about it. Since when do we listen to what everybody says? Everybody. Oh, you don't trust me? What's it?
Somebody sent me this.
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows.
Next time on your award-winning Super Story.
We need to get these boys arrested, throw them in Kirikiri, and forget about them permanently.
Yes.
Look, I agree this is an evil we need to fight.
Yes.
But piracy in itself is not our only problem.
Ogbeniwa, what are you saying?
It's not an option. Can we please stop talking about this? This is not us living in the moment.
What are you working on that I'm not aware of? Abandon?
Yeah, they dropped it off this morning. It's a really good script. You know I'm a script writer now, so shooting starts next week.
You can't do it.
Wait, what? Why?
Thank you, viewers, for making us your #1 family drama.
You can't afford to miss fresh episodes.
Power Jasco and Company Reloaded. Nena and Friends Children TV show.
Wale Adenuga Productions. We are nothing but pencils in the hand of the creator.
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good taste. It's a super story. This is super story. This is super story. This is super story. This is super story. A life of strife and sorrow.
Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
Zuma Film Festival 2019. Theme: Content Connectivity. Date: 1st to 7 December 2019. Venues: Jabi Lake Mall and NAF Conference Center, Abuja. Submission of film entries opens July 1st and closes October 30th, 2019. All film entries are to be submitted through the Film Freeway, www.filmfreeway.com/Zuma Film Festival. For sponsorship, partnership, participation, and other inquiries, please call 003-3146-842 or 003-6740-997 or 006-3390-420. Visit Zuma Film Festival zumafilmfestival.gov.ng or email zumafilmfestival@gmail.com. Nigerian Film Corporation, powering possibilities.
Today's growing trend is the beard. This facial hairstyle is common amongst the youth and the middle age all over the world. What is fashionable about the beard?
It's just a personal thing. As you grow up, you continue to find those things that make you look the way you want. Maybe you're copying somebody's your role model. You just want to be like the person. It's just a personal thing. And I'm somebody who don't like shaving. I don't like going to the barbing salon always. So this is the easier way I can stay out going to the barbing salon.
I just woke up one day, just changed my attitude of keeping beards, and I love it.
From the start, I come from who keep beards, so I don't know. Since I'm a fashion designer, I don't have anything to do with fall, so I believe keeping beards is just a lifestyle. It's just a design. It's a thing I like.
Facial hair gives the men the opportunity to express their looks of whom they are and how they want to be perceived by others. This fashion has been a trend for years. Now, see this one. Check the other one out. Beards come in different shapes and lengths. It can depend on one's choice to suit his looks. These days, lovers of fashion and styles are now spotted with different shapes, such as the full beards, stripe, gold tee, round look, as the list is endless. No wonder that beards remain fashionable for men, inasmuch as it is well cared for by the wearer.
Men I've met few of my friends who have actually told me, oh, I want to grow beards because that's the in thing now, and they feel it's the new swag. So basically, I think I like guys with beards, but please shave it according to, in a way that will approach you.
I keep beards because one, I've loved keeping beards right from childhood. If I see people that have their beards, how they carve it, keep it clean, I always admire them. Secondly, at least if you can keep it clean, shave it properly, dress it well, it makes you appear neat and decent. Secondly, it gives you a little grading as in aging. When people look at you, kind of, at least you are matured.
If the person shaves the beard well, then it's fine. But if it's big and all, it makes the person look kind of scary sometimes. But then most guys, when their beards are well shaved, then it boosts their confidence.
It also adds beauty to formal and informal dressing of the menfolk in a well-shaved look. Oh yeah! Beards have come to stay. Rock it, guys!
Imagine a station where you access information. Think of a station that creates awareness for national development. Imagine a station that prepares you for a bright and greater future. A station for all ages. Documentaries, classroom and television, events coverage, children's programs and variety shows. Always stay tuned to NTA Knowledge on the StarTimes platform, channel 359. For partnership, sponsorship and advert placements, contact us on NTA Knowledge. NTA Knowledge, learning to broaden horizon.
Slavery is an evil practice abolished all over the world over 200 years ago. But today, human traffickers are selling human beings as slaves in Africa. It is your responsibility to make sure that you and the people you know do not fall into slavery. Don't believe fake promises of jobs abroad.
People went to say Libya, Italy no use you when they carry me on top water. 4 days now they lock me for inside house, no food, no water. I nearly die. Now God, when me heaven and earth, now save me. If you get 1 naira for Nigeria, you get junior one, you say you no get papa, you no get mama, now make you come out. I beg go they do farm work. You better pass person when enter road.
Don't accept to travel to Europe through the Sahara Desert. You may be walking into slavery. Don't be a slave.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
We're talking about balanced diet now. We're talking about healthy living, and we're talking about complex carbohydrates.
And you see, the essence of night and day is that day we can go for our daily activities, while the night is meant for us to have a very sound sleep.
Also, you need to exercise. It may sound counterintuitive, like why would you exercise when you're underweight? But the truth is, it helps in your fat distribution, and it also.
Everyone is talking about increased physical movement, increased physical ability. What about some light exercise? We can do it together.
Hello, it's a warm welcome to Sports Ray, reaching live on the network side.
Contribution in terms of mitigating our extreme deficit in infrastructure.
Tonight, federal government restates commitment to fulfilling all agreements reached with China for the provision of critical infrastructure.
The federal government will leave no stone unturned to protect Nigerian citizens anywhere around the world.
More reactions trail xenophobic attacks. Federal government and opinion leaders appeal to Nigerians to desist from negative reactions.
We cannot continue to allow this conflict to perpetuate itself.
Tiv-Jukun crisis agreed to cease fire to pave way for peace-building efforts. And on business, federal government sets to invest more on economic recovery and growth plan. Plus on sports, Nigeria, the Tigers continues their qualification on battle for the Olympics. Hello, good evening and welcome to the NTA Network News coming to you live from Abuja studio. I am Joseph Johnson. Hingunu John Adams is in Lagos and Chineye Nwoye is in Enugu. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment towards providing the counterpart funding on all agreements reached with the People's Republic of China for the provision of critical infrastructure that will enhance the livelihood of Nigerians. President Muhammadu Buhari stated this while receiving in audience a special envoy of the Chinese leader, President Xi Jinping. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the report.
Exchanging views with a special envoy, President Muhammadu Buhari expressed Nigeria's deep appreciation for the sustained and genuine efforts by China to improve the nation's critical infrastructure, especially roads, railways, aviation, power and water resources sectors.
We thank you very much for that extreme contribution in terms of mitigating our extreme deficit in infrastructure.
He underlined the Nigeria-China cooperation at the international arena and appreciated the support the two countries give each other, saying this must be sustained.
Nigeria is determined to play its role wherever China's interest is concerned.
On the receding leg chart, President Muhammadu Buhari emphasized the need for sustained support for revival from China, noting that Nigeria and other countries in the region have a lot to benefit from the Chinese expertise and technology on interbasin water transfer.
Unless there is an interbasin transfer from Congo Basin to Chad Basin, that lake may dry up. And if it dries up, about 30 million people in that particular region will be affected.
President Buhari also welcomed the offer by the special envoy for close partnership between Nigeria's governing party, the All Progressives Congress, and the Communist Party of China. delivering the message of President Xi Jinping. The special envoy who led a high-powered Chinese delegation to the meeting assured President Buhari of China's readiness to improve strategic partnership with Nigeria and effectively implement the outcomes of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation.
This year, China will provide an additional grant of 100 million RMB yuan to Nigeria in support of your nation's economic development. Any project that is a priority of Your Excellency is a priority for China. If Your Excellency Nigeria needs anything specific, we are more than willing to study those needs and see if there's anything we can do.
With President Buhari at the meeting were the Ministers of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Power, Transport, Aviation, Industry, Trade and Investment, as well as Foreign Affairs.
It was a very comprehensive overview of the cooperation really between China and Nigeria. And this is a cooperation that Mr. President appreciates enormously. And we believe that it is playing a key role in Mr. President achieving one of his main priority objectives, getting the economy moving again and infrastructure development.
The meeting discussed the status and implementation of several ongoing projects being undertaken by Chinese firms in the country, including railways, free trade zones, Mambila Hydro Power Plant, and 4 airport terminals. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Chinese government says it is holding with high esteem the decade-long relationship and cooperation with Nigeria on development agenda on economy, technology and infrastructure. This was the message delivered by a special representative of President Xi Jinping during a visit to the Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Yama, in Abuja. Usman Aliyu now reports.
Nigeria and China have been friends since 1960, when Nigeria invited the Chinese to celebrate her independence, but the two nations established diplomatic ties later in 1971. With many things in common, such as large population, bilateral relations between the two nations have been expanded on growing trade and strategic cooperation. This meeting, therefore, is symbolic and assuring on the partnership in key infrastructure development such as rail, road and energy.
Of cooperation, such as the first phase of railway modernization and Abuja light rail, are shining examples of the successful mutually beneficial cooperation that we have had.
In which you have also demonstrated in a very, very concrete fashion very practical support for this continent. And of course, Nigeria is a beneficiary also.
That great partnership for investment deals made President Buhari to visit China twice in 2016. This, the Chinese see as a serious commitment more than ever before. In Abuja, Usman Aliyu, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari this Thursday granted audience to the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum and Governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu reports that during their meeting held behind closed doors, issues relating to the security and developmental aspirations of the Southeast Zone were discussed. Governor Dave Umahi told newsmen that the governors in the region formally appreciate President Buhari for his prompt response to the deplorable situation of the Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu.
We're very happy with him for ordering the closure of the airport consequent to a letter to him to intervene. And that closure has saved a lot of lives. Because if you land at that tarmac, you will see that the tarmac was gone. We are aware it wasn't constructed by the present administration, but the tarmac became bad as soon as it was completed. So we discussed about the timeline for the completion. You all are aware that towards December we have a lot of heightened activities socio-economic activities in Southeast, and the Enugu is our base, is like our capital. What Kaduna is to the north is what Enugu is to the southeast. And so we pleaded with Mr. President for the extension of the tarmac so that it can accommodate bigger aircraft. We pleaded with Mr. President to do what he did when we had the same issue in Abuja International Airport.
Governor Dave Umahi also discussed with President Muhammadu Buhari the prevailing challenges of security in the region, especially the presence of armed herdsmen, which heightened tension across the states.
Flush these people out and told Mr. President, we don't really have new challenges with our traditional herdsmen, that some of them have been living with us for quite a long time. But the foreign herdsmen, most of them don't even speak Hausa, neither do they speak Fulani or English, and a number of them has been called by security agencies, and this introducing a new dimension in the name of herdsmen. So we informed Mr. President that we, as governors of Southeast, we ban these foreign bandits in the name of herdsmen. And so we let Mr. President know that. Of course, we also reminded Mr. President about railway to Southeast and to extend gas pipeline to the industrial zones of the 5 states of Southeast.
The governor also, during the visit, forwarded the request of the stakeholders from the Southeast region for an audience with the president at his convenience. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says more young people are leveraging on opportunities in agriculture through the use of digital technology, which is changing the face of the sector in Nigeria and Africa. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated this during the presidential discussion session at the African Green Revolution Forum in Accra, Ghana, with the theme Grow Digital, Leveraging Digital Transformation to Drive Sustainable Food Systems in Africa.
See how it will not completely revolutionize agriculture, because practically everywhere that these disruptive technologies have touched have been completely revolutionized. And I'm not so sure that we have a choice. I don't even think we have a choice. I think it's inevitable. And what we're going to see is that, by and large, digital technology is simply going to change the face of agriculture in Africa.
The Vice President added that Nigeria is looking at the application of digital technology not just in agriculture, but in the society and economy as a whole. The African Green Revolution Forum is a premier platform for African and global leaders from both the public and private sectors to advance policies, programs and investments, as well as harnessing agriculture in ensuring food security, increasing income and promoting economic development. The Vice President returned to Abuja earlier today. Nigeria has formally clarified its position on the situation in South Africa, saying what it desires is de-escalation, not increased tension between the two countries. Consequently, the federal government has not recalled the nation's High Commissioner to South Africa, but considering an invitation to him for consultations if necessary. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Yema, gave this clarification at a media briefing in the State House.
We have not taken a decision to withdraw or recall our ambassador. What I pointed out yesterday, our High Commissioner in South Africa, what I pointed out yesterday is this. Mr. President has sent a special envoy to South Africa. So we're going to wait for the report of the special envoy when he comes back in about 2 days' time. And on that basis, after we receive the report, it's likely that we might have to supplement that report by also calling the ambassador, the High Commissioner, back for consultations, so that Mr. President will be able to get as comprehensive and full a picture of the situation in South Africa. So the High Commissioner will be coming after the special envoy's return for consultations. And then once Mr. President now has a full briefing from all the actors directly engaged, we'll be able to make an informed decision on what further steps we take.
The meaning of recall of ambassadors, as explained in, is an indication of extreme displeasure and disagreement. It is the penultimate step before the breaking off of diplomatic relationship. Government says a recall at this time, even if not ruled out, would be a short-sighted move. Not having diplomatic contacts is not a good development for now. Nigeria envoy will therefore remain at their post. The federal government has renewed its appeal to Nigerians who are angered by the xenophobic attacks on their compatriots in South Africa not to engage in reprisal attacks. The appeal is contained in a media briefing by the Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed in Abuja. Anthony Folson reports.
Explaining the federal government's position on the matter as it is being pursued by President Muhammadu Buhari, the Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed said measures have been taken to decisively tackle the xenophobic attacks against Nigerians in South Africa, and to this end, Nigerians back home should exercise restraints.
The federal government will leave no stone unturned to protect Nigerian citizens anywhere around the world, including South Africa, where they've been subjected to repeated xenophobic attacks with terrible consequences that include loss of lives and property.
Lai Mohammed also used the opportunity to alert Nigerians on how fake news is fueling the urge for reprisals through the circulation on social media, video clips purportedly showing how Nigerians are being killed in that country.
We also want Nigerians to know that wrong videos and disinformation are being circulated on social media to inflame passion and distort the plight of Nigerians in South Africa. Nigerians should be wary of the purveyors of these wrong videos. They might not even be Nigerians. We strongly warn hoodlums who may wish to hide under the peaceful protests by Nigerians to loot, maim, and kill, that the security agencies will apprehend and bring them to justice.
The minister, while restating the need for calm and allow the federal government handle the matter, said a high security alert has been put in place to forestall any attempt by hoodlums to embark on a looting spree, which is counterproductive because such businesses belong to Nigerians and provide job opportunity for Nigerians as well. In Abuja, Anthony Folson, NTA News.
In the meantime, the House Committee on Foreign Affairs has urged the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa to take further steps and ensure that those responsible for the attacks are prosecuted. Chairman of the committee, Yusuf Boba, says the National Assembly, in collaboration with federal government, is exploring diplomatic means towards addressing issues on xenophobic attacks on Nigerians and other nationals resident in South Africa.
Of the Nigerian House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, have already ordered that a strong delegation from the Parliament go to South Africa, and investigations should commence in earnest. And these investigations will leave no stone unturned. We will make sure that, if need be, we review our foreign policies.
He also explained that Nigeria is soliciting international support to deal conclusively with the issues and urged Nigerians not to retaliate, as government is working to ensure that losses are adequately compensated in the wake of incessant xenophobic attacks in South Africa. The federal government is working hard to ensure protection of lives and property of Nigerians in that country. Also, the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onayekon, is appealing to Nigerians to be calm in view of the reprisal attacks trailing the killings of some Nigerians in South Africa. He made the appeal in Owerri, Imo State, while speaking with correspondent Marian Vincent Oko.
The Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onaikan, who expressed sadness over the turn of events, describes the reprisal attacks in some parts of Nigeria as being capable of breaching the peace of the country.
We then tell our Nigerians to be calm, to be patient. Like our religions teach us, vengeance should not be the way forward. We do not hit back when somebody hits us. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. And above all, vengeance often hits the wrong person.
While appealing to Nigerians to remain calm, he says the steps so far taken by President Muhammadu Buhari in addressing the situation will certainly have far-reaching effects and urges Nigerians to give peace a chance. In Owerri, Marian Vincent Oko, NTA News.
And the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress has again condemned the xenophobic attacks on foreigners, including Nigerians in South Africa. National Chairman of APC, Adams Oshomole, while addressing journalists at the end of their meeting on the recent attacks, says enough is enough of such attacks.
We need the government to recognize that Nigerians want more firm action. So this is meant to give the government the support base it needs to proceed with further direct measures. And I think that on this issue, Nigerians are united. Across all the divides, we must protect Nigeria's image and protect Nigeria's and protect Nigeria businesses wherever they are. And any country that attack our businesses, injury to one is injury to all.
Deputy President of the Senate, Ove Umo Ogege, has congratulated the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, on his 63rd birthday. A statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Deputy President to the Senate, Yomi Odunoga, congratulates the SGF and described him as a great patriot, statesman and an icon of national service. The senator prayed Almighty God to grant Boss Mustafa many more fruitful years. Let's just go on a short break now. We return with more stories. Do stay with us.
Bayes University is a fully licensed university operating since 2011 and has grown to have 32 accredited programs in 6 faculties. This includes computer and applied sciences, management and social sciences, engineering, environmental sciences, law, and basic medical sciences. The university also offers postgraduate programs and foundation courses in a conducive learning environment with modern teaching facilities and high-quality national and international staff. Bayes University graduates have either progressed into respectable career positions or have obtained postgraduate degrees from different parts of the world with distinctions. Call or visit www.bayesuniversity.edu.ng. Bayes University, Abuja. Learn to live.
This is to inform all eligible customers with Port Harcourt, Jos, Anambra, Ikeja and Eko electricity distribution areas that there will be a public consultation on competition transition charge (CTC) being organized by the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC). This follows similar consultation workshops on CTC held in Abuja, Kano and Kaduna in July 2019. The venue for the events are as follows: Transcorp Hotel, Calabar, the Emerald's House, Oka, the Crest Hotel, Jos, Eko Hotel and Suites, Lagos. Dates are 6th and 10th September 2019. Industry stakeholders, consumer groups, the general public and other interested parties are invited. Check www.nerc.gov.ng for further details. Signed, Management.
Introducing an opportunity of a lifetime for 10 lucky winners. Are you creative? Are you bursting with genius, unique and trailblazing ideas in any of art, dance, theater, music, hands and crafts, film and entertainment, fashion and design, culture, architecture, new media and ICT? Does your idea contribute to any of the 9 federal government priority areas? Then register to be a part of the 2nd edition of the National Youth Entrepreneurship Empowerment Summit for Creatives. How to participate? Wow our judges in a 1-minute video showcasing your innovative solution in the most creative way. Upload on social media and use the relevant hashtags. Follow and tag at NYEE Summit. And you can be one of 10 lucky winners of 1 million naira each. Entries close on Friday, 13th September.
Hey, you! And are you how they talk to? I sabi you now. It's in day your mind, Abi. The person with them go help us. Baba Toros and Shangalo. Ogalekuva, Mr. Sabi. And you know if we carry last for this one.
A spear into the top corner.
We Sabi say Peking will crawl before in waka. So don't look, no help anybody. No dolly, no. So go for it. Go for football. Go for all Serie A and La Liga matches live. Go for GoTV Max.
Tell you what, when will the new meters come?
Because we are tired of estimated billing.
Good news, my people. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has come up with the new meter asset provider regulations called the MAP. Nigeria MAP.
It is to ensure provision of meters, eliminate estimated billing, and ensure electricity customers only pay for energy they consume.
Yes.
Just go to your local electricity distribution center and request for your new meters.
Because the new meter is reliable and cheaper than tariffs.
This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NEC.
You're still watching NTA Network News with me, Joseph Johnson, in Abuja. Stakeholders from Benue and Taraba states have resolved that there should be immediate cessation of hostilities between the Tiv-Jukun ethnic groups in Taraba State to pave way for peace-building efforts initiated by the federal government. This formed part of a communique issued at the end of the peace meeting in Abuja, coordinated by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, towards resolving the lingering crisis. Mitari Ben Hasmo.
Stakeholders from Benue and Taraba states at the peace meeting condemned in strong terms the loss of lives and destruction of property, stressing that the Tiv-Jukun crisis is breeding criminality such as banditry, kidnapping, and armed robbery. They emphasized that the crisis is purely the internal affairs of Taraba State and not between Benue and Taraba states. They praised the commitment of the federal government in facilitating quick resolution of the crisis by lending support to the peace-building process, which they say must come from the two ethnic groups.
Whether you want to agree or not, the resolution for these issues can only come from the people that are directly involved in finding resolutions of this issue. We cannot continue to allow this conflict to perpetuate itself, because that means we will not have anything to bequeath to the generation that is yet unborn.
After intensive deliberations and analysis of the issues, the meeting resolved that there should be immediate cessation of hostilities to pave way for peace-building efforts, and that the governors of Benue and Taraba states should make strong pronouncement condemning the crisis and also visit the affected communities as a confidence-building measure. It was also agreed that there should be massive deployment of security forces for intensive patrol and surveillance of the affected communities to checkmate the excesses of criminals and enforce law and order on the border corridors of Taraba and Benue states. The meeting equally resolved that restive youths should be empowered as a way of reducing unemployment, and that the federal government should ensure the marking of the boundary of the two states, as well as facilitate the implementation of all resolutions jointly arrived at by the two state governments aimed at permanently resolving the crisis. In Abuja, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
A meeting of representatives from different ethnic groups in Nigeria has called on traditional institutions to play a more active role in fostering unity and social cohesion. This was at a seminar put together by the Indigenous Equity Foundation, a group focused on contemporary issues confronting Nigeria. Elizabeth Mori reports.
Nigeria, the most populous country in Africa, with multiple ethnic groups, blessed with diverse cultures and languages, was amalgamated in 1914, and the unification brought together different tribes to become one entity. Though brought together by circumstances infused by newly formed spirit of camaraderie, an almost palpable feeling of division lingered. And while this persisted, it gradually birthed confrontations and in some cases violence. Groups like the indigenous people of Nigeria understand that ethnic division is still a clear and present problem in Nigeria. And in this seminar holding in Abuja, delegates are hoping to chart a way forward.
We should mediate among ourselves
to make sure that the country does not disintegrate and that our communities survive. Our people have their own culture that forbid stealing, forbid killing.
Living together is good, and abiding by the law as far as the herders and farmers is concerned remains our best platform of mutual coexistence.
They, however, urged Nigerians to look beyond ethnicity and embrace dialogue as the only option to solving ethnic crisis and building one Nigeria. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
The Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Malam Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, has applauded the developmental strides of Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State in touching the lives of the citizens positively. This was during his visit to the Governor at the Government House, Little Redfield, Jos. Priscilla Gurumnang reports.
The general, who said he was on a working visit to Plateau State, congratulated the governor for his re-election and emergence as the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum. He reiterated the commitment of the NTA to continue to project policies and programs of government as well as the positive image of the state. While thanking the state's chief executive for the maximum support accorded the organization, the DG appealed to him to institute a cognitive presence of the state through a legacy project at the NTA Television College.
Your Excellency, let me state for the record our appreciation of your unrivaled peace-building efforts, which have seen to the near total return of normalcy to Plateau State. These efforts have been acknowledged both nationally and internationally.
Governor Lalong, who described the DG's visit as homecoming, appreciated President Buhari for reappointing him.
To first of all seek for the usual cooperation, more support as you are doing, and also employment opportunities. Because today we have taken one, we want to replace them with about 4 or 5. If we have the opportunity in NTA under your watch.
The DG is expected to visit the NTA Television College and the NTA Network Center Jos. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
Now, every Nigerian can deliberately play a critical role in ensuring that leaders succeed and make the desired impact in whatever capacity they are serving. By giving them the necessary support, the people of Plateau State led this example when they visited one of their own at the Ministry of Women Affairs to ensure her success. Momso Damiandati reports.
A delegation all the way from Shindam in Plateau State, driving down over 270 kilometers to Abuja. Here is the long Gamai of Gamai Nation and the chairman Plateau State Council of Traditional Chiefs, accompanied by other traditional rulers, member representing the area in the House of Representatives, Shandam Local Government Council executives, among other prominent sons and daughters of the area. The point of call is the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs to see the minister, Pauline Talon, who also hails from the area. Their goal, to appreciate Mr. President for the appointment, assure her of their support, and spur her to serve with diligence, selflessness, and accountably.
Whatever it is that you're doing, remember to help in building peace, to remember the girl child at home.
We are here to serve the people, to serve Nigerians, to be partners in progress and to help in the developmental process.
Supporting and guiding leaders with wise counsel, the elders say will enhance the system of checks and balances for national development. Momso Damien Dati, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration says it is keen into the National Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Wash Action Plan and hopes to become a reference point for safe water and good sanitation. FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello gave the assurance when he received his counterpart from the Ministry of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, who came on an advocacy visit on the ministry's Open Defecation Free campaign. Musbao Dan Wahab has more.
The matter in focus is water and sanitation, of imperatives for meeting set goals hinge on total commitment. Take, for instance, a modern and fast-growing city like Abuja, and the fact that not all parts of a city can boast of 100% potable water supply. On a larger scale, Nigeria, with its estimated population of almost 200 million, is believed to have a deficit in safe water supply to almost 57 million people. 130 million others are also said to be using unimproved sanitation.
Of the water family.
Water Resources Minister Suleiman Adamu says his ministry is beginning the charity of encouraging provision of safe water and improved sanitation for all from the home of the federal government, the FCT.
We're also asking FCT and the states to provide the necessary legislation against open defecation and reckless urination practices.
FCT Minister is similarly inclined as he says 6 major water tanks are under construction to cater for more areas in the FCT where measures are already in place to end open defecation in the city.
A team under the Federal Capital Revenue Authority has already identified locations where we intend to put up public toilets in partnership with the private sector.
And the Water Resources Minister says a national campaign to end open defecation is to be launched by the President before the end of the year. In Abuja, Musbao and Wahab, NTA News.
The Minister of Environment, Muhammad Mahmoud Abubakar, has assumed the position as the chairman of the Governing Council of the Hydrocarbons Pollution Remediation Project, HYPREP, of the Ogoni cleanup, with a strong commitment to carry out a comprehensive exercise. This was at a joint meeting of the Governing Council and Board of Trustees of HYPREP in Abuja, attended by the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, representatives of Ministry of Petroleum Resources, multinational oil companies, and the Project Management Committee of the Ogoni cleanup.
The result is that we should now have a real look, a review of the procedure, what has been happening, the procurement, the payment, everything, even engaging contractors.
To achieve a very high quality level of cleanup of Ogoni land. And if you listen to the interactions, they also wonder about the depth of cleanup.
All right, let's just take you now to Lagos Network Center to join Henginu and get more stories. Henginu.
Thank you, Joseph, and welcome to Lagos. Professor Mehong Wang and Dr. Matthew Anneke, both of the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering, the Sheffield University, United Kingdom, have emerged winners of the 2019 Nigeria Prize of Science. The competition, which was organized by Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas (NLNG), has as its theme climate change, erosion, drought, and desertification. Climate change is an issue that has been drawing the attention of the global community because of its adverse impact on human existence. That is why Nigeria LNG flashed its beam light on researches geared towards addressing the menace.
We're proud to celebrate 15 years of this prizes, 20 years of profitable, successful operations, and 30 years of company incorporation.
Nigeria LNG sponsored the competition that has triggered a new zeal among Nigerian scientists in the first 9 years, as we recorded scores of remarkable scientific works.
Out of the 28 entries for the 2019 Prize for Science, a joint study on carbon capture, CO2 utilization, and biomass gasification and energy storage for power generation by Professor Wang and Dr. Anneke was outstanding.
Their joint works demonstrate innovative and holistic energy strategy to tackle climate change impacts. Our hope is that the award of this prize would in its own little way provide a spark that will reinvigorate the passion of our budding scientists in finding solutions to our everyday issues.
Organizers say the impact of climate change felt in the agricultural sector lead to soil degradation and low productivity. That is why they are calling for entries into the 2020 competition titled Innovations for Sustainable Food Security, with the hope of finding solutions. That's our contribution from Lagos. More reports with Joseph after this timeout. Please stay tuned.
You know, from day one, Globe makes life easier. They brought us per second billing, unbelievable data packages, and even an optic fiber cable to make sure we optimize. There are two things in our lives we depend on: the communication and information, voice and data. Whether you sell, buy, learn, teach, serve, or lead, it really comes down to those two things: voice or data. Today's world is all about you. You want what you want, how you want it, and Glow delivers. The freedom to use voice and data the way you like on every recharge. Easy.
Glow Yakata, the heavyweight voice and data plan. Recharge from 100 Naira and get a minimum 500 Naira to call all networks, plus up to 6 gigabytes of data to browse, chit-chat, WhatsApp and more. Dial *230# or buy your Glow SIM. Glow Unlimited.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Please, did you hear that?
Of course I did. That is village master tune.
So, Auntie Amebo was not gossiping then?
Village master is celebrating 50 years.
50? Already? This is not a joke.
It is a national celebration. NTA and Village Master family are commemorating 50 years.
Hey, please, tell me, when is our golden jubilee?
It is from the 8th to 11th of October, 2019.
I have to go and get ready. It's time to party.
Women. But we, men, will be there too.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online. Or visit www.nta.ng. For live streaming, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
Thank you very much indeed for staying with the NTA. Let's talk business now. More sectors of the economy are beginning to receive the needed investment opportunities through the Focus Labs. Chumobi Walter Naji already standing by on Business News with the details. Chumobi, I suppose you'll be telling us the areas, specific areas that are receiving these interventions.
Yeah, certainly, Joseph. First of all, Nigeria has actually realized the sum of $22.5 billion investment under the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan Focus Labs. Now, the investments are in 5 key sectors of manufacturing, agriculture, power, gas and transportation. A senior special assistant to the President Muhammadu Buhari on Economic Recovery and Growth Plan Effiong. ASEAN says 9 more sectors will be prioritized this year.
The President told us that to be able to catalyze the investment and also bring economy to its path of growth, a government budget of $1 needs to speak to private sector investment of $5. So the government budget is talking to $5 investment of the private sector.
And now to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The capital market closed flat Thursday, 5th September at 0.25% with an all-share index of 27,252.09 basis points. A total of 2,561 deals were traded, valued at 2.3 billion naira. Now, Guarantee Trust Bank led the top traded equities with a volume of 35 million valued at 925 million naira. And here also Cadbury, however, came second on the gainers table ahead of UACN with a 10.0% change. WAPCO came top on the losers table to close at minus 3.01%. Well, those are the closing figures for the week ended 20th December. And of course, Joseph, it's also important, to notice that the Nigerian Stock Exchange is slightly, being affected by the uncertainties experienced in the market in the last 3 days.
Indeed, it is worthy to note that. Thank you very much indeed, Jumobi. Let's bring you more business stories now, because with the introduction of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan in 2017, one of the non-oil producing sectors which have contributed immensely to the economy of Nigeria is the agriculture sector, which added about 40% to the nation's gross domestic product. Bosede Ebel was at the forum in Abuja, where industry players are working tirelessly to drive integrated approach to food security in Nigeria, Africa and the world.
The World Bank has forecast that Africa's farmers and agri-businesses could create a $1 trillion food market by 2030 if they expand their access to more capital, electricity, technology, and irrigated land to grow high-value nutritious foods. To this end, all hands are on deck as investors and key players converge on the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja for the 2019 Agriculture Summit Africa, organized by Sterling Bank. The expert deliberated on the means of driving the growth of the sector to the next level.
Each time we spend money to import rice, Nigerian local farmers are negatively affected in terms of morale, sales, and realizable income.
Women are in the center for the success story of food security.
Government is committed to developing a sound inspection and certification policy that will ensure good quality standard for our export.
Because agriculture is a place to make money, a lot of money, but only if the convergence of stakeholder support is there.
With the theme, Agriculture, your piece of the $1 trillion economy, addressing the issues to enable the food sector attain its potentials and eradicate poverty from the continent was top on the agenda.
We must devise appropriate means of feeding all our people and then having extra for industry.
If our productivity is not competitive on the African continent, our farmers are going to struggle.
The summit, however, is targeted at rejuvenating and driving the growth of the economy through agriculture in Africa. In Abuja, Bosede Ebel, NTA News.
And fortunes of farmers enhance agricultural productivity and job creation have received a boost as Governor Mai Malabuni launched the sales of 9,000 metric tons of NPK fertilizer at the cost of 3,000 naira per bag. Also included in the program, the distribution of units of tractors. Mustafa Yusuf Musa reports.
Performing the launching ceremony at the August 27th Stadium in Damaturu, the state capital, Governor Memola Buni directed that the fertilizer should be sold at the subsidized rate of 3,000 naira per bag, with each of the 17 local government areas receiving 3,000 bags. This is a federal government agenda of giving priority to agricultural activities meant to encourage food production for sustainable food security. Governor Memola Buni was equally on hand to lay the foundation stone for the construction of 3,600 units of 2 and 3 bedroom for urban and rural areas.
We gather here today to push forward one of the key development goals of our administration. That is to provide safe, affordable housing to our people in a mass scale. I want to thank Family Homes Limited, a subsidiary of the Federal Ministry of Finance, for this partnership to provide 3,600 housing units across the state.
The houses are to be built across all the 17 local government areas of the state, with Damaturu, the state capital, receiving 1,000 units of the houses spread across different directions. In Damaturu, Mustafa Yusuf Musa, NTA News.
Let's turn our attention to Enugu now for more stories. And here is Chineye. Chineye, you're on.
Thank you, Joseph. Good evening and welcome to Enugu. The Anambra State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on Governor Willie Obiano to direct the Commissioner for Environment to recall to site contractors handling the Uweze Uga erosion project. This followed a motion of urgent public importance on the need to ameliorate the sufferings of the people of the community. Chukwunosonwa Bueze completes the report.
The devastating effects of erosion on the Umunze Oga community and its environs, mover of the motion and member representing Agota 1 state constituency, Kata Dikume says, if not checked, we continue to wreak havoc on the people.
Mr. Speaker, if urgent attention is not given to the road, it will wreak more havoc and further make life unbearable for the people of Umunze Oga.
In a related development, the lawmakers resolved to call on the Anambra State Governor to direct the Commissioner for Works to complete the Ezira Omoomako Enugu Monya Achina Road, sponsored by a member representing Orumba South State Constituency, Emmanuel Nwafo, and 11 others. The House also resolved to call on the people of Anambra to enroll in the state health insurance scheme. And leveraging on the enabling business environment, the legislators further resolved to call on Governor Willie Obiano to direct the Commissioner for Information and other related agencies to intensify campaign on stimulating Anambra State indigenes to move their investments to the state, sponsored by a member representing Njikoka 2 State Constituency, Pete Ipida, and 26 others. Meanwhile, a mini silence was observed by the lawmakers in honor of the victims of Monday fatal road crash at Agolo, where more than 10 lives were lost. From the Anambra State House of Assembly, Chukwunosonwa Bueze, NTA News.
And that is it from Enugu. Joseph is back to you in Abuja for more on the network news.
Thank you, Chineye. In spite of government effort in repositioning the health sector, the country is set to be losing huge revenue to medical tourism. However, in helping to change this narrative, Nizamiye Hospital in Abuja is bringing world-class medical services to Nigeria. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim tells us more about this.
Ones don't have to look further for advanced medical care with the professional and cutting-edge medical facilities at the Nizamiye Hospital, Abuja. The future looks brighter. Even with its state-of-the-art facilities, the hospital considers itself affordable to all classes of Nigerians, as not less than 20 persons here at the Karmajiji Lepers Colony have benefited from free eye surgery at the hospital.
The hospital is well equipped. If you are there, you feel like you are in abroad. Whatever they can do in abroad, they can do it here in Nigeria.
In its resolve for the best services, the hospital has some of the best modern medical diagnostic equipment for round-the-clock emergencies, as well as trained local and foreign personnel.
If you look at the facility we have here, we actually heavily invest, to bring European standard to Nigeria. So with the facilities we have, actually, I don't think there is need for anyone to travel abroad for medical treatment.
Most of the cases that Nigerians travel abroad for are cardiac related, and a one-stop cardiac center is about the best in this side of the country.
Less than a decade presence in Nigeria, the hospital is providing Nigerians with quality health and humanitarian services using modern technology, and Nizamiye Hospital is looking forward to change the story in the Nigerian health sector, as well as attract medical tourism to Nigeria. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Let's just take a few more messages. We are back shortly. Stay with us.
Hey, you! And are you how they talk to? I sabi you now. It's in day your mind, Abi. The person with them go help us. Baba Torosa, Shangalo, Oganekuva, Mr. Sabi. And you know if we carry last for this one.
A spear into the top corner.
We sabi say Peking will crawl before in waka. So don't look, no help anybody. No dolly, no. So go for it. Go for football. Go for all Syria and La Liga matches live. Go for GoTV Max.
Kemi in Ibadan will take it from here. Hello, Kemi.
Joseph, and welcome to Ibadan. Diseases such as dementia associated with social stigmatization and abandonment of the elderly can be prevented and controlled. Medical experts at Electrotact Dementia, Not Witchcraft, said this in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Funke Bidamiton has the details.
Statistics by the World Health Organization says about 50 million people worldwide have dementia, with 60% of them living in low and middle income countries, Nigeria inclusive. The social stigmatization associated with the disease in Nigeria has left many elderly abused, abandoned, incapacitated, and even dead. The public lecture, therefore, is to demystify and promote advocacy on plans and policies for healthy aging in Nigeria.
There is still an urgent need to accelerate progress in improvement of healthcare of the aged.
And how significant is the disease to the aging population in Nigeria?
Important for the whole community to be aware of what dementia is and the way it presents, so that you will stop abusing older people who have lost their ways from their home.
There are steps that you can take to prevent dementia. Have a healthcare facility that you are associated with, that we are registered with.
With me here is 65-year-old Madam Agatha David.
She used to forget when they keep something, she would be crawling with the children, that the children are the one that has missed this or have taken this thing.
I thank God. In Ibadan, Funke Bidamiton, NTA News.
And in sports, Nigeria battles for qualification to Olympics at basketball.